The media is full of doom and gloom stories about the decline of regional gaming. Now, to replace jobs and taxes lost by recently shuttered Atlantic City casinos, New Jersey is considering new casinos in the northern part of the state, with their sites focused on targeting the New York City domestic and tourist markets just across the Hudson, targeting billions of dollars from New York City. The stage is set for New York to lose much-needed funds for education and other services, potentially necessitating new taxes or reductions in state-mandated programs. Regional competition across state lines is beginning to look like a zero-sum game. But there is a viable long-term solution. Sterling Forest Resort. Set at the closest location to New York City permitted by law, and due to that proximity, the only site that can ensure long-term sustainability and competitiveness. Anchored by two major international attractions, Woodbury Common Premium Outlets and New York City, leveraging the attraction of the most recognized global city in the world, the leader in finance, culture, media, art, fashion, research, technology, education, and entertainment, with more Fortune 500 companies headquartered here in New York City than anywhere else, and hosts to over 50 million tourists a year. Sterling Forest Resort will be distinctively unique by focusing on attracting the $100 billion global casino market outside the U.S., the same international market that allowed the Las Vegas Strip to recover after the recession, primarily due to increased Asian baccarat play, demonstrating the success of cross-marketing by U.S. casino operators in Asia. Sterling Forest Resort, managed by the world-renowned Genting Group, using its 12 million player global database, together with the allure of New York City and an unmatched integrated resort in a picturesque setting. Sterling Forest Resort will be sustainable and competitive for decades to come. Over the next 10 years of the initial license period, Sterling Forest Resort will contribute approximately $4.6 billion to the state and local governments. And to prove our conviction, we are prepared to pay a $450 million upfront license fee that will allow for the expansion of economic development programs across the state's most economically disadvantaged areas. Additionally, we have offered to pay a 6% or $30 million per year supplemental tax on slot revenues that can be used for parks, recreation, and historic preservation. With a management team with extensive New York experience and the backing of a company with investment grade rating, Sterling Forest Resort will be a world-class integrated destination resort with unmatched amenities, focusing on recapturing New York gaming dollars and attracting tourist gaming dollars, in particular from the global casino market. A facility that all New Yorkers can be proud of.
Sterling Forest Resort, a world-class, sophisticated, integrated resort with countless amenities designed to appeal to casino players, entertainment seekers, and families from the United States and abroad. The resort is designed by one of the industry's leading architects, Paul Steelman. From my early days in Atlantic City to my current business based in Las Vegas, I've been involved in entertainment, hospitality, and gaming architecture for 37 years. I've been fortunate to design every type of casino and resort project imaginable. Since the first hotel on the Strip in 1941, Las Vegas has gone through 4 generations of casino design. Each generation has set a new standard. Today, casino design is transformed into a destination resort where non-gaming amenities play an important role in every successful gaming facility. In my work overseas, it struck me that there is another very successful approach: the integrated resorts in Asia. Pioneered by the Genting Group's success in Singapore, the integrated resort of the future offers much more than a casino. A destination place with a significant component for families to enjoy, welcoming all ages to play indoors and out, gaming and non-gaming. This concept has been so successful that it is being adopted in Japan and other new jurisdictions. When the Genting Group approached me to design a gaming facility for New York, I knew it was an opportunity to continue their successful strategy for an integrated resort. The old ski center, built 30 years ago, will be renewed to a modern, first-class, Aspen-like ski facility. The Sterling Forest Gardens, once opened by Queen Beatrix of Holland, will be rebirthed into new light. And the Renaissance Fair, which operates only 17 days per year, will now be utilized in all seasons. Featuring an autumn maple festival, an ice and snow festival, and days of blossoming spring. Sterling Forest Resort is benchmarked against the best in the country, with a 1,000-room, 5-star hotel of 4 seasons or Ritz-Carlton quality. 19 restaurants, lounges, and clubs with leading concepts by New York's own Tao Group and Butter Group. A world-class spa operated by the internationally renowned Spa, with presence in New York City. And of course, private gaming salons for the Asian clientele and premium players, with dining, lounge, and karaoke facilities. Modeled after the grand estates built in New York at the turn of the 20th century, Sterling Forest Resort captures the heart and spirit of a celebrated time when the Gold Coast of Long Island's North Shore came into fashion. This magical yet classic resort invites guests to dream of the intoxicating riches of life. Moments of the imagination are recreated throughout the interior, where a timeless style meets a current fashion. With my 37 years of experience working in over 20 countries, I can say without a doubt that Sterling Forest Resort will provide a unique offering that will attract national and international guests. They will enjoy an integrated resort which cannot be found anywhere else throughout the United States, so close to New York City. This will be a facility that New York can be very proud of. Thank you.
Sterling Forest Resort will be an environmentally conscious development that respects the beauty of its surroundings. The resort's 238-acre site has been an extensively used tourist destination for over 60 years. Protecting the scenic forested setting is critical and important to the resort's success. However, current ventures on the site are not overly successful, and the state of the property, as of now, is dilapidated.
This project is a redevelopment project, and that's what the town desires. The town's master plan basically says they want to put new development where there had previously been development. So this site has been disturbed, extensively disturbed in the past, and placing the bulk of the development on areas that have already been disturbed basically maintains that buffer between the site and the surrounding parklands.
The existing land is barren, brown topsoil and pavement, disturbed from the creation of the failed airstrip, parking lots, and surrounding structures, creating uncontrolled runoff and pollution. Through researching the environmental concerns and consulting leading environmentalists, issues such as impact on watershed, traffic, and viewshed protection have been at the forefront of the design of Sterling Forest Resort. The site is currently served by a 1960s-era wastewater treatment facility that produces Class C discharge. The new, approximately $25 million water reclamation facility will treat all water used on-site to drinking water standards.
The interchange design is significantly affected by its environment. The interchange has to be as tight as possible. We're trying to keep the lanes to be as few as possible, and we're trying to tighten up the footprint.
This building will be far above LEED certification as far as windows, as far as lighting, as far as building envelope.
Over 10% of the resort's electricity will be supplied by solar panels placed atop the parking structure. generating over 1,500 kilowatts of clean green power. Additionally, the resort will be LEED Gold certified and will create minimal light pollution through the use of LEDs and downcast fixtures. The resort will be built on less than 20% of the total site, impacting less than 3 acres of wetlands, while preserving trees and restoring native plant species in the area. Sterling Forest Resort. Environmentally conscious and sustainable.
Sterling Forest Resort will be a contributing member of the Tuxedo community, Orange County, and the state of New York. The $1.5 billion resort will create real careers for both locals and the region's most economically disadvantaged. From towns like Newburgh, Poughkeepsie, and Middletown, Sterling Forest Resort will operate regional transportation centers for employees, providing a shuttle service that will allow New Yorkers from the surrounding area access to a well-paying career. The result will be enhanced and accelerated growth in the region's economy.
Whereas you've seen development to the north of Monroe and south of Mahwah, tenfold population growth. Tuxedo has stayed relatively the same.
I think in 5 to 10 years you're going to see an area that's completely reborn. The Greenwood Lakes of the world will have a complete rebirth back to its heyday. You'll see new families coming in because of the amount of jobs that'll be created.
Live entertainment venues from Bethel Woods to Museum Village have entered into agreements to ensure there is mutual benefit from Sterling Forest Resort. Additionally, the city of Port Jervis, the village of Greenwood Lake, and the towns of Stony Point and Deer Park have all pledged their support to Sterling Forest Resort. Local schools will also be supported, as Sterling Forest Resort will provide over $37 million per year to both Tuxedo and Monroe Woodbury schools.
We are a community that is fiscally challenged. Not only the town, of course, schools everywhere have fiscal challenges. So I'm optimistic that with Sterling Forest we will see some growth in development as well as increased revenues.
Just the opportunity, the repercussions of that school battling or closing down, or Greenwood Lake being affected, the trickle effect affects this town, it affects Orange County, affects the state of New York.
New Yorkers in surrounding communities will realize a shorter commute and less time spent in traffic, thanks to the creation of Exit 15B off the New York State Thruway.
Whether you're going to the train station in Tuxedo, or driving to the train station in Suffern, or proceeding further along to New York City, obviously it would lessen the congestion if we did have the thruway exit.
With greater access to the area, New Yorkers in the surrounding region will be able to efficiently commute to a job at Sterling Forest Resort. RW Orange County LLC has committed $60 million to the host community to support local projects, and over $25 million per year will be paid to the town of Tuxedo in property taxes and gaming revenue.
What we're finding out is the tax base is shrinking. The fact that there's a partner that's going to come in and do their fair share, pay their way, and offset that shrinking tax base.
Sterling Forest Resort will be a contributing member of the Tuxedo community, stick to its word, and make good on its commitments to the region and New York State.